the mosh pit.
For some reason, the Bronson's furnishings have disappeared, leaving the raving cave as it was months ago. But I don't care about that. I'm mesmerized, completely hypnotized by the beauty dancing in front of me. Black hair whip over her delicate shoulders. Dark shadows powder her eyes. She may not be the tallest, curviest, or skimpiest girl dancing around me, but she sure as fuck is perfect.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mia? The strobe lights and deafening music immediately dissolve into clarity, and as everything and everyone else melts out of interest, suddenly realize who I've just been dancing with. Mia? What the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Winston.
This is a dream, stupid. You know that, right? I mean, when was the last time you went dancing?
Uh-huh. And why am I dreaming about you?
Oh, come now. We both know this isn't the first time.
For fuck's sake. You could have worn something a little less revealing.
Oh, it's not my fault. You dreamed this up. Nervous about your fight with Randleman?
Yeah. A little bit.
You know this isn't really me. You don't have to put on that whole tough guy
I know.
act.
Why are you ever here? Just why don't you just go away?
No problem. Just think me away.
Fine. I squeeze my eyes shut and try to imagine Mia away.
Hey, my clothes!
No, sorry. No, I keep my eyes squeezed shut, cheeks burning at the thought. Taking a deep breath. Instead of trying to send her away, I try to change her into a big, warty hippo. Okay, this'll work. Okay, now go. When I open my eyes, there she is, smiling, gorgeous as ever.
Oh, well, that's sweet.
I didn't mean to. Why can't you just go away?
I'm a figment of your imagination. Your hyperactive, romantic imagination.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Do I need to spell it out?
She tuts impatiently, trying to punch me in the shoulder, but I dodge it, steering clear of any sort of physical contact. Okay, I'm gonna spell this out at once. I don't like you. I mean Mia. I don't like Mia. And you're not fucking Mia.
Whoa, what are you talking about? Like me?
Can you quit fucking with me, please?
Fine. Then why can't you get rid of it?
Because this is just a nightmare. I fiercely nudge my way through the crowd, trying to get away from her, but regardless of how many blurred faces I pass, she's still in front of me. Really perverted nightmare.
But wouldn't that make you a pervert?
Just shut up. I finally give up, stop, and fold my arms. What the hell makes you think I like Mia? Her eyes flash mischievously. Before I can jump away, she materializes behind me. Her soft fingers shutter my eyes, and behind the warm darkness of her palms, images begin to take shape. By the time I get to her eyes are already shut. Okay. Now, normally about the looks I'm getting from all the ladies. Okay. But I am surprised or annoyed that I don't really seem to care. Okay. Without wasting another second, I grab her by the neck and pull her face into mine to my irritation. Thoughts are lingering. Hasn't been patting her bra and marinade scented grease laughter. The lips seal around hers. Please, my lungs share with hers. This is it. I want that. I don't know if I not want to get. I think I see a hint of disappointment. Fuck! God damn it! Okay, fuck. This, you're taking shit out of context. This shit doesn't mean anything. Fuck. Anyway, I'll say it. In case you haven't figured it out. The only reason I saved you was because you were my only way out.
So why haven't you ever written back to me? 5 months have passed and I've been the only one to send a letter.
Because I got nothing to say to you.
Oh, come on, we both know that's not true. You would have been mailing me letters every day if you could. At the very least to ask how Ayame was doing.
Okay, go on then. Then why didn't I?
Because you're scared of me. Of what friends said. scared that if you fall for me, it'll make everything harder when you're leaving the Octagon. That's why you're being so callous with your life.
Oh, motherfucker. You're saying a part of me wants to stay in the Octagon, wants Yomi to die. Just so what? You and I can fucking go on a date? However, as I'm taken aback by the very thought, she merely puts her hands on her hips and glares back at me.
I'm not saying it.
Excuse me, miss.
Friend appears behind us.
I'm sorry to butt in, but can I borrow your friend?
He's all yours.
Friend looks at me, shaking his head with sympathy.
Girls, huh?
As the music turns symphonic, he bows and sticks out his paw. An invitation to dance? Don't fuck with me right now, friend. I'm not in the mood. Feigning anguish, he stumbles back with a claw over his chest.
Oh, I guess we're both suffering some heartache.
Come on, man. I said not right now.
I understand, Theo. Ordinarily, I'd leave you alone, but we need to talk.
He snaps his fingers, and the mosh pit immediately sizzles away.
It's important.
What are we doing on Wednesday?
Looks like some new players have entered the game. You just ran into them, didn't you?
Friend grimaces, leading me into a colossal ship rusting away in the sand.
Christopher and that infernal witch, Patchy.
Oh, fuck those guys. Yeah, Patchy. Friend, who the fuck is this chick? Do you know her?
She is one of the eights.
Oh, for fuck! So not only am I dog meat for Ashido, you're telling me that I'm on another freak's shit list?
I'm afraid so.
He sighs, grimly opening a hatch into the relic.
Come on, I've got something to show you.
As my eyes adjust to the dim green light pulsating from the crags on the wall, Friend winds up his big scaly fist and punches a hole clean through the wall. Peeling down the rusted metal, he pulls out a large scroll from inside and spreads it out on the ground.
Go on, son. It's better, you know.
As he gestures for me to read, I obey with creeping apprehension.
In a little hamlet tucked in one of the Octagon's frigid corners lay a small pumpkin farm. Fittingly bleak was that day for the poor widow and her daughters who tended it. "It's all your fault," the grief-crazed mother screeched at Mignon. "Why couldn't you just let him? Yunso would be alive if it hadn't been for you." "I'm sorry," Mignon whimpered, her sadness over her sister's death further embittered by the resentment her only living parent treated her with. "Stop it," Melina screamed. "It wasn't Mignon's fault." But a hard slap was the only response she received. "You shut up," her mother spat. "You should have protected her." Yesterday, a salacious member of the Blue Deer crew had tried to take advantage of Melina and her twin sister Mignon. He'd already satiated his vile urges on the battered Melina, and would have done the same to Mignon had their eldest sister, Yunsol, not stepped in. Armed with only a small fork, she desperately swiped at him, trying to fend off the sick creep who was raping her sisters. However, her efforts were in vain. What entailed pays testament to why David versus Goliath was a fluke. The utensil found itself lodged in Yunsol's throat. By the time the younger twins realized what had happened, the thug had already fled. The only thing weighing his stride was the slight wrist slap he anticipated for slaughtering one of the gang's cash cows. Of course, the children were devastated. They'd just lost their eldest sister, a girl who'd been more of a mother to them than the hooch goblin who claimed the title. Everybody loved the sweet departed child, especially said hooch goblin. Such was her heartache that she was overcome by an obsession, a craving that could only be satisfied by the Blue Stag crew's blood. Although the gang was barely a dozen strong, the mother knew her frailty would keep her from inflicting the pain she craved, the very pain she had to swallow every breathing second. So in her desperation, she sought me out. If someone can find me, if someone can muster the sheer misery to summon me, and if what they ask of me is within my power, I must help them. That is the rule I must abide by, even though what she asked of me was probably the most apprehensible act a parent could demand. But I am but a slave to the rules. A week later, Mignon stepped out of the Blue Stag's opium den, dripping in blood. However, despite the hangout's explicitly gory interior, not a drop of it was hers. You see, by abominating her daughter with a terrible power, Mignon's mother had finally sated her desire for vengeance. However, in the process, she'd also proven to her daughter who she favoured. This stupid, selfish woman chose her dead firstborn over her breathing second. Although cursed, Mignon tried one last time. Now that she'd given her mother closure, she might accept her, maybe even love her as she once did her Yun Sol. But fate is never that kind. The day you let Yun Sol die, the mother croaked, I was left with no children. Although her words were harsh, she was still grieving, still licking her wounds. Maybe a week or month from then, she would have finally given Mignon the maternal love every child craves. But we'll never know. Envy. After the words left her mother's mouth, that is what drove Mignon. That is what drove the knife into her mother's face. That is what drove Mignon to insanity, and her to claim the identity of Patchy.
Oh shit, that's fucking heavy shit, man. As I finished the passage, I realized the chill running down my balls.
As you can see, that poor girl, Mignon, is the witch you know as Patchy.
What do you mean, poor? She killed her own mom?
That woman, she was no mother. I do not approve of what Mignon did, but can you blame her? Her mother said she was dead to her.
Yeah, that was a dick move. So what, you're saying she's like me?
And as you know.
Okay, so what is her power?
Well, I'm not exactly sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? You gave her the powers, right?
I don't choose what you get. I gave Mignon what she needed, but I don't know what it is.
But you knew about Ghost.
I've been more focused on you.
Me?
Unfortunately, you're the only one of the 8 who hasn't corrupted themselves. So I've prioritized your interests above everyone else's.
Thanks, I suppose.
You're welcome. And to answer your earlier question, although I don't exactly know all of Patchy's powers, I know that she's been spreading those infernal snakes all over Bryce.
Wait, she's been leaving the hissing gourds everywhere? Why?
Do you know why snakes flick their tongue out?
No?
Snakes release pheromones to communicate with each other.
What's a pheromone?
Just think of them as little packages of information snakes secrete into the air to tell each other if they found prey, shelter, even if they sense fear. Patchy is very much like a snake. She has been using those little vermin of hers to scout Bryce.
Yeah, she kept talking about her sister, Melina or some shit. Patchy kept saying she wanted to kill her, and that her scent was strong on me. I shudder as the memory of the rough forked tongue whipping across my face comes back. But friend, I don't know any Melinas. Fuck Melinas, your ass doesn't know any girls. Does this look like the time, Nitwad?
I'm sorry I haven't been completely open with you, Theo. It was only to protect you, in case you ever faced her.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Melina's scent remained strong on you because she was with you.
Again, friend, I don't know any Melinas.
You do, but you know her as Mia.
What? Wait, there's Wait, so if Patchy is Mignon, then you're saying Mia is... Why does Patchy want to kill Mia?
Patchy is jealous, resentful that her mother condemned her instead of Mia. I know. It's an absurdity, but that is what Patchy lives for, satisfying her envious vice.
Friend puts a soft hand on my shoulder, gazing at me.
That is why I didn't want you to get involved with Mia. These new players, they're very dangerous, son.
What about Mia, man? We can't just let Patchy find her.
Patchy can't. Mia's pheromone trail ends in Bryce, so she's safe. For now.
But before I can feel relief, something else hits me like a bat to the skull. My balls shrivel into my stomach because fuck, I am shivering. Friend, that was Patchy, wasn't it? In that butcher's shop? Solemnly, friend nods.
She's been following you for a while. I don't know how, but for some reason, she thought, and still thinks, that following you will lead her to Mia.
Oh, that witch has been following me around in Winston. Fuck, man, she might even know where I is.
I don't know how she found you in Winston, but the one thing I'm sure of is she tagged you there.
What do you mean, tagged?
Remember that medicine she gave you to ruin your cuts?
That wasn't medicine.
Although you can't smell it, to her it's an extremely pungent pheromone beacon. She's been following you ever since you left that butcher.
Oh god. Dumbstruck, I lean onto the wall for support, because I never thought I could be shadowed so fucking easily.
She caused the Grail Trail to crash, hoping to catch me in the wreckage. On top of that, Patchy, like a few snakes, can hypnotize by maintaining eye contact.
The puzzle pieces are falling into place and, dude, the picture is scaring me shitless. Okay, so this is gonna sound really crazy, but I just thought of something.
Go for it. Has anything we've been talking about seemed rational to you?
Yeah, fair point. Okay, so at the crash site, there were these dead bodies around, but they were walking, man. They were fucking walking around, trying to bite Mia and me. Please fucking tell me that was a hallucination.
I'm sorry, but what you saw was real. On top of everything, Patchy can secrete a potent venom. It causes powerful hallucinations if diluted in water, but in its fully saturated form, it destroys a very specific portion of the brain, the part which controls who you are, your personality, your humanity. Once that is destroyed, you are nothing but a sociopathic corpse intent on satisfying the most primitive of human desires, hunger. And nothing satisfies their appetite like long pig.
Long pig?
Human flesh.
Oh, fuck.
And not only are they reanimated into cannibals, their saliva contains the same venom.
So if you're bitten, you turn into them? I was fucking this fucking close!
That's right.
Making zombies, hypnotizing, tracking. Is there anything that this psycho bitch can't do? Fucking, she can kill any. But wait a second. The gallows. Could Patchy have been behind the Crone Square massacre? If you got powers like that, fucking only that can explain the fucking mosh pit.
It's unlikely. She doesn't have the speed nor the strength to inflict wounds of such severity.
Yeah, but what if she turned those people into zombies?
Patchy can't actually control the infected. Once a person has turned, they're just as much a threat to Patchy as to anybody else. Also, the infected are literally rabid corpses. They do not possess the dexterity to hang people by their own intestines, as you might recall at the Crone Square gallows.
Oh fuck, thanks for reminding me. So who could have done it?
I still suspect Maven Huge. Which brings me to the other reason why I interrupted your little dates.
That wasn't a date.
I believe Huge tried to capture you tonight.
I know Daisuke and I gave him the slip. But friend shakes his head, looking more worried than ever.
I fear that one night's failure won't deter him. He has exposed his intentions and won't stop until he has finished his cruel business. Since your match will be first, he intends on snatching you immediately afterwards, while everybody's busy watching the other fights.
Why now? I frown, but friend's staring at me with a peculiar look on his face. What?
It's just... most people would be panicking in your situation. You've grown.
He looks impressed, almost proud. Look, man, I'm not trying to be brave or anything. I'm just saying that after following me for months all across the Octagon, he finally wants to get out of the shadows and confront me now? Why?
That's a good question, and again, one for which I have no answer. But I pray you don't jump into his net. As you'll recall, he used to be the head of the police's torture squad.
So what am I supposed to do?
Kill him.
Kill him? But that's murder.
It's self-defense.
I begin to protest. But maybe he's right about me growing. Because I think he's right. I think he's right. I mean, in my pursuit for Yomi and Ayame, I've let people die. And although I can't justify taking someone else's life, gun to my head, if it's him or me, I choose me.
If Huge killed you, Yomi will die in the octagon, and I'm sure Yame won't last long without her sight.
Clenching my jaw and nervously nod.
Good boy.
Friend glances up at the red clouds swirling overhead.
It's almost time for you to go. Last order of business, I wanted to talk to you about your chances in bronze hunts.
Do I have any? I raise my voice as the wind starts to pick up, creating a gray whirlwind directly underneath the thick clouds.
Just remember, don't play to your strengths. Play to your opponent's weakness.
What the hell does that mean? Friend! The friends disappeared. Everything's gone gray. Only sand remains.